Part four of my boyfriend was a bum. What do you mean go get a job? I told you I was on the run from the feds. So while I'm under the suspicion that this man likes guys, I allowed him to continue to court me, right? He would pull up to the city, and every time he pulled up, I didn't know where this man stayed because whenever we kicked it, we were either in the car or at a hotel. Now, the first few times I went to the hotel, we chilled. He went and got food, pizza, Sonic, fucking even McDonald's, even though I said I didn't eat McDonald's, and we would kick it. The third time, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. He was like, hey, I'm in your city before I get ready to head home. And I found out he lived in Arlington. He was like, you want to swing through the hotel where I am? I knew I had work at 6 o'clock the next morning, but hey, I was dating this dude. I kind of considered you already my boyfriend, so I went ahead and I went to the hotel where this man was. One thing led to another. We did end up sleeping together that night, and then I went back home. So a few weeks had passed. I hadn't really seen him, but I had been talking to him. Come to find out, this man lived in Arlington. Now I was already on the verge of getting ready to move back to the city. I just didn't think it would be this fast. Now I have somebody in the city I can talk to. Although my grandparents stay here, my auntie stayed here, and all of that, I have like somebody that I'm compatible with in the city. I went ahead and expedited my move back to Dallas. When I got to Dallas, I stayed with my grandmother. I got a job at the Sonic out by the AT&T Stadium. I had my car and everything, and I was going back and forth to work. Now, the only issue I kept running into was this guy that I was talking to before I talked to Anthony actually co-signed on a car for me. When I moved to Dallas and he realized that I was talking to somebody else, the man took his name off the contract. They came and repossessed my car. Stay tuned. So being in Dallas, everything is far as hell apart. So I went ahead and I told Anthony, I was like, hey, so I done moved out here and everything. This dude I was talking to took his name off the contract of my car, so they came and repossessed it. He sprung into action and went and brought me his GMC Yukon. He's like, I know it ain't all fancy and everything, but you can use this car to go back and forth to work. Thank you. I'm grateful because I can continue making money without having to go and get another car note right now. So I'm living in Dallas at the time. Anthony would come and pick me up. We would go out to eat. We would go to the mall. But I still never knew where this man lived. He knew where I lived. I stayed with my grandmother off of Skillman and Aldelia in North Dallas. So time progresses, and I go ahead and I ask him. I was like, so, oh, where do you live? He said, man, I got a house in Arlington. I stay off of X amount of street. I can't give y'all the name. And I asked him, I was like, so can I come kick it with you at your house or something? He was like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Now, the first day I went to go kick it at this man's house, it was really beautiful. When I pulled up outside, they got upstairs, downstairs, a brick house on the corner. Like, it was nice. When I walked in, there was nobody at the house, so I didn't have the thought that it belonged to somebody else, so I was kicking it. When I went into his room, the first thing I realized was, why you got a twin bed? Hey, for the next part, I need y'all to drop some prayer heads in the comment section. Go subscribe to my YouTube, follow me on Instagram, and then come back for part 5.